Jenna Ellis, guilty. That's right. Jenna Ellis, one of Trump's 227 lawyers, pled guilty today in her attempt to steal the election in Georgia and other locales, I'm sure. Joining Sidney Powell, former federal prosecutor, and Cheeseburger Guy, Cheesebro, whatever. Who cares? The bricks are starting to fall out of the wall, guys. And we're not just talking about Trump's crappy wall he never built on the border. Jenna Ellis stood up in court, read a tearful statement, tearful, which would make you have some sympathy if you didn't know what she has said about people on Twitter, the nastiness she's engaged in, and the attempt to overthrow our election. That was one of two things she tried to do. Let's go to the first one. The first one was she tried to establish that she was a shitty lawyer taken in. And I think she did a good job there. I mean, her resume does a better job. Look, this is Donald Trump. Lawyers know they don't get paid by him. They don't want to work for him because he's just about the scummiest, most immoral Jabba the Hutt living in our universe. And so people like Jenna Ellis, kind of like people like Corey Lewandowski on campaigns, the retreads, the fifth string, right? They get an opportunity where they wouldn't. Jenna Ellis was the Weld County Deputy District Attorney. I'm not kidding you. Weld County, Colorado. You know where that is? Because I don't fucking know where that is, but it doesn't really matter. She gave people traffic tickets, and she went from that to claiming she was a constitutional lawyer. That's a lie. And she claims she believes in Jesus, which we'll get to. So Jesus doesn't like lies, as I remember. She was never a lawyer that had the talent to be anywhere close to this level. And so she went ahead and threw Rudy Giuliani right under the bus. Let's watch.
Thank you, Your Honor, for the opportunity to address the court. As an attorney who is also a Christian, I take my responsibilities as a lawyer very seriously, and I endeavor to be a person of sound moral and ethical character in all of my dealings. In the wake of the 2020 presidential election, I believed that challenging the results on behalf of President Trump should be pursued in a just and legal way. I endeavored to represent my client to the best of my ability. I relied on others, including lawyers with many more years of experience than I, to provide me with true and reliable information, especially since my role involved speaking to the media and to legislators in various states. What I did not do, but should have done, Your Honor, was to make sure that the facts the other lawyers alleged to be true were in fact true. I failed to do my due diligence. If I knew then what I know now, I would have declined to represent Donald Trump in these post-election challenges. I look back on this whole experience with deep remorse. For those failures of mine, Your Honor, I have taken responsibility already before the Colorado bar who censured me, and I now take responsibility before this court and apologize to the people.
As you can see, she said lawyers much more experienced than her. She should have said more intelligent. Questionable with Rudy, but at one time he sort of was an intelligent lawyer. The point is, she's not a real lawyer, so she threw Rudy under the bus. I assume she'll be throwing Donald Trump under the bus. The bus is going to be a fun place for the far right of the Republican Party. Woo! The thing is that, okay, so as a lawyer, we got you. You served in some small place. You were terrible. The closest she really ever got to lawyering was when Rudy Giuliani farted on her during their attempt to overturn the election.
The answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, I will ask that he be disciplined for that. First of all,
my thoughts and prayers on that she got over Rudy's gas. It was me! Here's the other thing. She's an awful person. Do not let that video get you to have more sympathy for her. It would be like having sympathy for Marjorie Taylor Greene or Godzilla right after he attacks Tokyo. Just don't. She's awful. When Chasen and Pete Buttigieg announced that they had a little twin boy and girl, that was her response on Twitter.
Witness
said that children deserved a mom and a dad. Jenna Ellis, this awful, horrible, little, whiny, loudmouth, unlawyer, says that about your family.
First of all,
do not feel sympathy. What will the result be? I guess we're going to have to see. We don't know yet. But Sidney Powell, Cheeseburger, you got Jenna Ellis, the Weld County traffic lawyer. They're all turning on Trump, which is probably why he's getting more desperate and screaming louder and louder. Listen, guys, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to turn on your notifications so that you will know when we have new videos. You can follow me at Cliff Schechter on Twitter. You can follow me at CD Schechter on Threads. And listen, just go out there and make a difference today.